Clocked in, I'm locked in. I might not be a top 10, but I'm the realest nigga that ever put his socks in. A pair of moccasins, my confidence, competence, my common sense. I'm convinced that I'm the best at pumping shit. Blame my pops, he ain't come to the game, so it was either go deep or go insane. So I swung for defenses the whole game, but I was more of a base hitter than a race hitter. Searching for justice, just trying to figure out the route. No doubt, I was low down with pal. Wouldn't take much to get you choked out, but I'm cool, baby. I ain't been a fool lately. Dude thank me, these dudes hate me. We've been making moves lately.
Back with another edition of the best podcast you never heard of. This is the Conceited Knowbody episode 219, titled "The $1 Million Overseers." We are brought to you in part by
niggers.
Go ahead. Jigaboos.
I said niggers.
Anything. We're the Semitic
moon crickets.
We're the Semitic moon crickets. Ooh, that's a nice little band name.
Hey, you remember?
Band.
That's a new series coming out on Disney Plus.
What?
Moon Cricket.
Yeah. So,
for the makers of Moon Knight.
You for real?
No.
I was going to ask, was Jiminy the Cricket on there?
They should just call it Sand Nigger. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Was Jiminy Cricket a magic Negro? Are you familiar with the magic Negro trope?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be kind of something like that.
You familiar with the magic Negro trope?
Like that frog.
Yeah, the WB frog.
Nigger.
It's like you Bagger Vance.
Yeah.
Who else? John Coffey. Where there's always some
I was about to say
black man who just magically be helping white people.
Was he Green Man? Yeah.
What was he on?
No, like they already all like
nah the magic nigga. It's like nigga got some super kind of natural type of shit going on. It's anyway. Jiminy Cricket was a magic Negro.
Yeah.
Magical. It's a whole bunch of, if you get a chance, look at that shit up, man. The magical Negro. But you are, first off, shout out to Corey. Corey GQ Fresh is in the audience. He deserves a, how in the hell do I not have applause? That is insane. That is insane. It is very insane also because I thought I had the shit playing. There it is.
Nigga.
Round of a motherfucking applause.
One for you,
Round
too.
of a motherfucking applause.
Yeah, nigga.
He over there blushing. Yeah, shout out to Corey. You already know who I am. So Latour's, a.k.a. Dark Skin Thanos, a.k.a. Heartthrob Harrison, a.k.a. The Commodity, a.k.a. Fan of Facts, a.k.a. I am fighting for my life in 4 different fantasy football leagues, but I will prevail. You already know how we do it, man. To my right, we have a very, very special colleague. And I don't really know. I gotta say too much.
It's your boy, Jason Ritchie, a.k.a. Go Jason R, a.k.a. Vanessa Williams, a.k.a. Simi the Cash on Cash App, Venmo. Shit, I definitely can't cash hold. Let's go. A.k.a. Marty McHigh, a.k.a. Senor Tezito to the Latino people, a.k.a. Andrew P. Richard, a.k.a. Drew P. Dick, nigga, a.k.a. your favorite comedian, guys. Welcome to the show.
And we are back with another edition of the Moon Cricket, the Semitic Moon Crickets. I'm about to rock with that, nigga. I'm about to rock with that.
Produced by Uncle Ruckus.
Niggas.
Who would have thought Uncle Ruckus was white the whole time? Us. Anyway.
We about to have a fantastic show, man. We got a few things to talk about. Actually, we got one thing. I'm so disturbed that this is my first time seeing that socket. Have you seen that before?
No. We're ignorant of our surroundings.
We're going to find what he
I was climbing up there and shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we're referring to our surroundings if you are listening. We've discovered a socket.
Man, listen.
It's magical.
It's always magical to be surprised.
The holes.
The world is new, nigga. Every day is something new.
Power.
We do got some shit to chop it up about. We know for a fact that everybody's talking about Kyrie Irving. They had their different takes and things like that. And we're going to get into that. Also, we're going to talk about how it relates to the film Black Adam, the DC film, starring Rocky Maivia, a.k.a. One Eyebrow Up, The Rock. What else we got on deck? Oh, man, how can we not talk about another nigga who get killed? We're gonna briefly go into that. I don't have too much on that, man. That's really out my realm of expertise. I am a middle-aged black man trending on the downward side of life. I'm not too keen on what's going on, but we will discuss Takeoff's final flight. You seen Black Adam?
Yeah.
First off, we will kick off with the Black Adam. Black Adam.
Definitely saw Black Adam.
First off, let's recap the weekend. I'm all out of sorts. How was your weekend?
It was cool, man. I ain't really do too much. I had a quiet birthday, man. I chilled.
When was your birthday?
On Sunday.
For the birthday the 7th?
Yeah, me and Illy got the same birthday.
Six. Happy birthday.
Hey.
I'm shitty.
I ain't do shit. It was a payday. It was a what do you call that? Rent week, nigga.
Real niggas don't pay rent on their birthday weekend.
Now bad bitches don't pay rent on their birthday.
Hey, you better bust it open. You better twerk on somebody's hood.
Shout out to Drake, but but no, I ain't do too much though, man. It was cool though. No,
ain't do shit
it's
else.
coming. It's something coming up.
I'm
about to do something. I'm just like really. I really didn't. I just.
Am I invited?
It's something. It's something going on. I know. I literally was just happy to be fucking off because that was like a day that I normally work, and I was like, man,
Did you saw? Huh? Did you saw? Cause
to be able to sit the fuck back.
Hour, nigga, they gave you an extra hour for your birthday. Can you imagine?
I was like, this is a sign. This say sit your ass down. So yeah, I had to sit down and regroup, re-strategize, and move forward with another year in a good direction.
I should have known why you put on another year around the sun. First off, when they gave the happy birthday shout out.
I wish. I kind of. That's why you didn't see that, because I really got
nigga.
I feel weird about this.
I said it before.
It's like post a picture, be like, "Happy birthday to me," like so y'all can know. Like it's just weird.
I know it's my nigga to finger you.
Yeah.
Hey, on behalf of our heterosexuality, I'm glad that you didn't die, nigga.
Yeah, I am too, man. Shout out to not dying, bro. Like that's real shit. We made it through another year. We had a lot of good episodes in that year too. So, hey, man, here's the more bigger and better endeavors. You feel me?
If you was to rank your life, what was the best year of your life?
Man, you trying to get us going depressing.
Don't say 7. Oh, shit, that McDonald's party was off the hook.
Nigga, I really capped out at 10, bro.
Whoa! Hold on.
That'd be so fucked up.
It's people who've done that. Niggas who made the Little League hit 3 home runs in the goddamn All-Star game, nigga. That's some niggas.
I was playground king, nigga. Like, nigga, couldn't nobody beat me in racing.
Hey, you take your shoes off. You look like you took your shoes off and race.
Nah, that's
he beat you, Jason. Wait till I take my shoes
That's
off.
some hood rat shit right there. I never rested on my bare feet.
I tried it.
That's not the thing to do.
And I'm not a nigga who can take a pebble in the foot. I would have never survived a Flint. I'm a Jetson nigga. I'm Jetson to them Flintstones. I can't survive that shit.
You talking about walking across some hot coals, nigga. I can't walk across no pebbles.
You ever wants me to turn to a bitch, throw me out in nature. You don't see me turn?
Most people. It'll bring the bitch out.
I'm very fucking modern. It'll bring me. Yeah. But
them bears will bring the bitch out of you for sure. Them wolves and shit.
Digressing. What was the best year of your life? If not the best year, the best birthday.
Like best birthday, man. I don't know, because I traditionally don't really like. Man, I gotta do it big. I could think of better like New Year's and shit that I might have had.
Stay on top of you, Jason.
I'm sorry, but I don't. I can't think of a lot.
Hold on, maybe this will influence you. That's like your superpower, man. That's your superpower. That's your spinach, nigga.
I ain't really caliente. I don't know.
I hate that you said.
Oh,
there you go. There.
It wasn't the best one.
Nigga had contractions.
It was
water broke.
Brain contractions. It wasn't the best one, but it was memorable as fuck when fucking Cat Williams tried to fight my friend. That was on my birthday. He tried to fight this
Shout
nigga.
out to Cat for making this nigga life enjoyable.
Nigga, it was on my birthday.
What happened?
I was at the Comedy Store and fucking I wasn't buying nothing. No comedy was happening. It was fucking Obama had just got reelected because he had just won. He had just defeated Romney, right? It was Mitt Romney and Ryan or something like that, right? So fucking Cat Williams.
He didn't beat Mitt Romney, did he?
He
beat a more worthy opponent.
Ryan and Romney was the fucking people he went against. And nigga, so Cat Williams marching around with like 6 people with signs, with them Romney and Ryan signs, like they was mad and shit. And so motherfuckers is taking camera phone pictures of this nigga marching around like.
How low to the ground was? I didn't say Cat Williams. How short is that?
That's what I'm trying. That's what so is a vital part of this story. Like Cat Williams is shit, man. I want to say 5. Nah, I don't know what it say on the internet, but he looked like he was probably like 5'2". If I just had to just throw some shit out there, 5'2", 5'3". Man, so he's marching around. He marches to the hotel adjacent to the Comedy Store. But there's like
I love your story. Just because it's adjacent.
Because there was a fucking like driveway right there, and like you could see, it was too far for him to get back over there as fast as he did, because a friend, another comedian, was taking a picture on his camera phone, and Cat seen him from all the way from by the fucking hotel in the front door. And he rushed back over quick as hell, and there was a wall there's a bar right there. If you've been in front of the Comedy Store, or if you could look at a picture of the Comedy Store, there's a bar in front of there with a wall. This nigga is almost as tall as the wall, but he stepped over the wall in one giant step, nigga. And I asked everybody, was I tweaking? Did I see the nigga? And so he stepped up in my nigga Jabbar face. Shout out to Jabbar neighbors. This nigga step up in his face, and Cat Williams eyes black. Keep in mind, ain't no white in his eyes, nigga. I'm like
the whole shit,
black. So I'm like, this nigga either possessed or he on some opium or some shit, right? And so he get in Jabbar's face. He was like, "Are you exercising your rights, nigga?"
That's what he asked me.
Yeah,
let's think meaner.
He was like, shit. He was like, what? He was like, what, nigga? He was like, by taking a picture of me with your camera phone, are you exercising your rights, nigga? Oh. He was like, man, Cat, get the fuck out of here, man. Waved him off. And Cat, like, right here, too. He fucking swing on this nigga, bro, and miss.
Cat swung and missed?
Cat
swung.
Yeah,
that was opium.
He swung and missed like a cartoon character like this.
That's that opium.
And then the fucking security guards rushed in. Yeah. It was like 2 security guards rushed in. And it was literally, once again, the cartoon punch led to a cartoon fight. It was like with the cloud, with the motherfucker just, you see arms and feet out of nowhere. And we try to pull the security guards off of Jamar and shit, because it's not a fair fight at this point. So we like, oh no.
He was on top of Cat getting it.
Yeah, Jamar could box for real and shit. This is a Compton nigga, right? Nigga, all this fucking commotion is happening. Nigga, I'm like, where the fuck Cat at? Cat across the street, nigga. Across the street, nigga. He was across the street. He was like, I'm going to get my gun. And then he hopped into a big ass Escalade, and then just takes off. Like it pulled up like like they was kidnapping him. And so everybody know Cat Williams got these golden Desert Eagles that he be carrying around.
Pretty bitches.
And this was at the time when he was getting into
got a motherfucking Target was around.
He hit a motherfucker in the head at an Oakland concert with a fucking bottle on Too Short. Came on stage like, oh my bad, y'all, Cat on that good Oakland dope. and when he got into the fight with the kid and all that shit, he was rolling around with Suge Knight at the time a lot. Yeah. So that's why we always seen him. But this when that shit was happening. So
when you said that, I'm so shitty because I pictured that nigga carrying him in a papoose. Go ahead, though.
They was everywhere together. So like that's that era and shit. But
so that's when he's getting everybody energy, right?
Yeah, he was just doing stupid shit at the time. So I remember that shit, and that was my birthday when that specific event happened, nigga. I was just like, this was a lit ass birthday. When did Obama get elected? That's how old I am now, nigga, that I can't remember.
2008.
The second time.
Second 12.
Yeah.
About 12.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was tight, though.
Shout out to Cat Williams for making this nigga's deal. We kicked
great joke.
I'm shitty, though, because I told you to come up to we went to Back On. You familiar with it?
What's that?
It's like Top Golf.
Oh, okay.
We went up there this
Is
weekend.
it less? Where is it at?
Morris. Like almost in Morris in Kentucky.
And it's comparable?
Man, I like it better than Top Golf. It wasn't as crowded.
That's what I mean. Like, it's comparable, but it was less crowded.
I like that shit.
Because I'm like, I
like that shit.
Yeah.
I like that shit. It'd be tough for me
Nighttime?
to go Top Golf.
You can go nighttime?
Man, listen, it ain't the slums just because I'm Morris in Kentucky.
I'm just trying to understand for real. I'm like, where they hold these treasures?
No, it's real fucking, it's real ducked off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, my nigga, get the fuck out of here. But okay.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Illy. As you mentioned, it was his birthday too.
Yeah.
He really turned up. I knew Illy was on some shit when I looked. I seen him on a flyer. It said Scorpio, some shit. I said, hold on, this ain't the nigga who I used to ride bikes with when we was 12. This nigga's graduated to thought material. Hey, he made the flyer. I've never been on a flyer. I've never been on anything. Yeah, I have. When I did that show with Country Wayne, they had me in a little obscure corner and shit. But
you're the logo of this show.
Hell, a flyer. I'm talking about that somebody else made.
You the mascot, nigga.
That's crazy. I am. Say hello to Boomer. But we went up to the. I'm about to say Top Golf back now. I'm gonna tell you, man, I had fun. I had fun.
I'll check it out then.
And I don't have fun.
That's
my fun usually consists of playing video games. I enjoy myself, and I think I enjoy myself a little bit more than everybody else. Therefore, I was the best one out there. No shame in me saying that. I feel like fucking Lion Woods or somebody.
Okay.
Tiger Woods' cousin, Lion Forest.
Liger Wood.
My shoulder was hurting because I'm injured.
Okay.
I don't even know how that happened.
Need Tommy Johns and shit. You know.
I believe I need a new shoulder.
But
we did. My elbow fucked up. My whole fucking nigga. I need cyborg shit. Which leads me to, first off, shout out to you and Illy for not dying another year.
Yes, for sure.
I'm going back to is that shit year round? Mm-hmm. I'm going back.
Well, I'm going too now.
Next time we going.
It's happening.
No, it was super. It's super fun, man. I always said I was gonna start trying to golf in.
I'm going tomorrow then. Fuck it. No, but no.
It's your birthday, nigga. All week.
All week.
All last week.
All month.
This week, man.
All month.
Listen. I'm gonna make you a flyer so you can outthought Illy. You will outthought Illy. You will outthought it.
Y'all trying to get flooded out.
Hey, but it's crazy because they was going to Fusion that night.
Okay.
And they asked me was I going, and you know, I don't want to be that nigga who they be like, he ain't be going out. Cause if I went out, I got shot and killed. And I don't want to be that nigga where he usually be going out. He was a good person. You know what I'm saying? He don't drink or he don't smoke. He got shot and killed at Fusion. But he said they had fun. You ever been in Fusion? You ever been in Fusion? You ever been in Fusion?
Yes, I did a show there.
Was you scared?
No, but I had a toothache when I did the show. That's why I remember that motherfucker.
God damn. Hey, but again, it was a fantastic time. Hey, somebody got to quit slamming that goddamn door. Hey, staying around. Black Adam. I saw that. I went to go see Black Adam last weekend. Last Sunday night. Ducked off by my goddamn self.
Mm-hmm. Best decision ever.
I enjoy going to the movies by myself.
Best decision ever.
Listen, it was like 4 other people in there.
Y'all knew each other by the end?
Hell no. I don't talk to people at the movies.
You're not white?
Damn, I'm not here to make friends. You up?
Yeah, I gotta get cool.
All right, then. I'm not here to make friends at the movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to watch the movie. Real quick, when we got to the end, it was 4 other colors. 4 other Semitic people. And I was shitty because they clapped at the end when they showed the Superman shit. They clapped. I felt so fucking...
Was you embarrassed? Then that little small ass...
I admonished them with a look. I looked down like I was they
fucking
fucking
mom. What the fuck is you clapping at?
That's exactly... and they probably couldn't even see me, but I just hope that I could...
Really?
Like I can make them feel ashamed of the decision to clap. Overall, I like the movie. Spoiler alert for anybody who haven't seen it. What I didn't like is how they tried to make Black Adam, the character played by The Rock, super menacing like Kal-El when he came back from the dead, aka Superman. Where when all the other characters was trying to fight against him, it was that superior strength that Superman exuded in Justice League.
Right.
How he looking like, who the fuck are y'all?
Right.
I think they borrowed heavily from that.
That was probably because that was the strong, probably one of the strongest. And that wasn't Justice League, but Batman versus Superman. Yeah, that was probably the strongest.
What you mean?
You talking about when?
No, it's Justice League.
When Superman came back?
Ain't that when he came back from the dead? Yeah, he died in Batman vs Superman. Remember, he got killed at the end fighting against Doomsday. He came back in Justice League.
What?
Remember how they did? Remember when they all resurrected him?
I thought.
Remember, Justice League was the continuation, basically, of Batman versus Superman.
I thought that happened at the end of. See, I gotta check it again.
Yeah, no, he came back to life on Justice League.
Okay, well,
hold on real quick. Let me get this for the people who not familiar. When he came back, Steppenwolf was whooping all their ass. Steppenwolf was beating the shit out of everybody. Superman came back, cleaned him the fuck up. Mm-hmm. You don't remember that shit?
You know what? It fucked me up because they came out with the Snyder cut.
Incredible.
And then fucked up my order and shit.
Yeah.
But yes, I concur. That was it was a good movie. It definitely did borrow heavily from that, but at the same time it borrowed heavily from that and all the good things about like just those types of movies.
Yeah.
And because who was it? Was it Gunn or something like that did this? No, I don't think Gunn
did this shit.
I really think it was one of them directors.
Suicide Squad.
I really think it was another one of them directors that made a Marvel movie. But anyway, it was a cold piece, man. How they put that shit together and how the way it was done. Number one, was dope, and I guess I just really. That was definitely the second best DC movie that I've seen.
What was the best?
The Snyder Cut.
This is the best.
I said second best.
Second best. Oh, this might shock a lot of people. It might be tied for second best, in my opinion.
Tied. What's the other one?
The first Wonder Woman.
The
first Wonder Woman was cool.
It was cool. I can't give it that.
That second was hot garbage, but go ahead.
I just can't give it that. It was cool because the way they did it, we didn't think that was going to be done that way, but be that well done. But yeah, that shit was a good ass.
That might be what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, that Black Adam shit was cool, man. I just the way I think this link up to kind of what we was talking about, or what we about to talk about, I should say, is because they tried to give it a bad review prior to it coming out, like a week or something before it coming out, trying to say, and now once I like really started looking into why they was trying to say it was bad, these niggas was trying to say it was because Rock, they was like, just because Rock played the Scorpion King doesn't give him the authority to play a fucking Middle Eastern character. And I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
That's what they said.
Yeah, so they tried to use that to damn the movie. And I'm like, no, nigga, this wasn't about being Middle Eastern, nigga. I mean, it was, the slave part was more heavier than it even being a Middle Eastern thing. It was supposed to be just the slave, like him rising up out of that shit. And so they tried to use that to fuck up the whole movie, like sway your opinion of the movie. And I'm like, no, the movie was good. You just didn't buy that, just like we didn't buy The Last Samurai and all them other movies. Fuck it, let's take it back further. We didn't buy Short Circuit, nigga. With a fucking Indian nigga was really a Jewish person.
It's a Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. The Indian dude.
Yeah.
Was a white man.
Yeah.
He was Jewish. So, and you can do that, apparently, in the movie industry, because you can be whatever you want. But I'm just saying, don't fucking try to slander a fucking good-ass movie and deter people from watching it. And this another, if you want to go, this is a person of color. This a nigga. This is a nigga movie.
Yeah.
One of the highest gross in DC. And it's a nigga.
You look at Rock like he a nigga.
He ain't gonna tell us that until it's a nigga asking him, but
yeah,
because his daddy is a nigga.
He better than Vin Diesel with it.
Because I'm like, his daddy is definitely a nigga.
He is. Shout out to Big Rock.
Yeah,
he just passed, didn't he?
It's fairly recently. Yeah. But that's why I thought it was interesting. They was like, he doesn't look like a Middle Eastern, so he can't be. And it was like, but he still played the hell out the role, and it wasn't
He
out
look like
like that.
Saddam Hussein to me.
He could have went.
Yeah.
This is my point, because I know a nigga that looked like him, named Nabil. He's swole and everything like this nigga from Middle East.
The Rock got one of them looks and shit that he can look like anything.
He ambiguous, yeah. He racially ambiguous. So I don't know if we're going away from this yet and transitioning into the next point. Next topic.
I got a real quick point on the movie. There's one thing that I didn't like. I didn't like the limited dialogue The Rock had. They treated The Rock damn near like Arnold Schwarzenegger on this shit. Like young Arnold Schwarzenegger, where it was limited and just catchphrasing. I didn't like that shit. And then how he seemed robotic in comparison with his character. How, of course, he was raised from the grave. For anybody, spoiler.
Yeah, he was just foreign to. He did seem foreign to the earth, like he ain't never been here.
Like they played on the Superman shit for me. Then go ahead.
I didn't like. I did, and I didn't like the fucking Hawkman. Like I didn't like how they did him. They tried to make him like Anthony Mackie ripoff for real.
Oh, that's
and I was just like, I didn't like that. That was the part I was saying they borrowed from like Marvel and shit.
Exactly who he reminded me of.
I hated that, but it was still like good action though with the Hawkman and shit like that.
It was. How you rate the villain? The villain was garbage, man. The villain was super garbage.
Yeah.
What I like is the future implications. It is a spin-off of Shazam, which wasn't a bad DC film in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did you see the previews for the next Shazam?
No, I didn't.
That shit look ultra cheesy.
But Shazam is cheesy.
But this shit look ultra cheesy. Like you expect cheesy, but this look ultra. It looks silly. I might check it out just because it's part of this particular canon. Before we do spin off into what we're going to talk about, which is the primary topic, which is the Kyrie shit. We did get off to a late start, so we ain't going to talk about Kyrie too long, but we do plan on making distinct points. Are you planning on seeing Black Panther 2 this weekend?
Hell no. I ain't going front.
Damn. I'll say damn
that's getting Captain Marvel status to
I
me.
damn near, I don't say you got no desire to see it.
It's Captain Marvel status for me.
What you mean with that?
I didn't see that shit until the pandemic began.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, I guess. I done watched everything else.
The best part of Captain Marvel was the nostalgia for me. To see the blockbuster shit.
Yeah, that was it.
That shit was...
That was it.
It was a tough watch, man. When they be trying to make these women tough, that's talking about like Wonder Woman because they didn't try too hard. Wonder Woman was a good film.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel was a hot mess. I don't know if I'm gonna see Black Panther. I know I'm not going this week.
Not
intentionally.
I don't know what.
It's something.
That shit gonna be on Tubi or some shit and start playing.
Straight. Ryan Coogler's a fantastic director, so I know he gonna put out a quality film. It's just something about it that's just not drawing me in. It's not even where I feel like it might be. I don't even think it's gonna be overly heavily on the feminism, and it might seem like that because of times we in, but. Everybody who know anything about the Black Panther story as far as comic books know, they know that Shuri at one point became Black Panther. So that's not overly far-fetched. They introducing Namor, the Aquaman ripoff. He looked extra tough. He looked tough. He looked like a good character. As a whole, Marvel is sinking. It's not the fun. I think it died after the Infinity War. Was that the final one with Thanos? I think it died right at Thanos, and I was hoping that with Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is like my top 5, the first Doctor Strange, in my top 5 for Marvel movies go. This last one, man, it was a strong C+, and that let me down.
That's the bottom. That shit was bottom.
The second one, they missed out. It could have hit so fucking incredibly hard, and I was super disappointed. They oversaturated. With the Disney Plus shows, I haven't watched Hawkeye in its entirety. I haven't seen She-Hulk. I don't want to see She-Hulk on some lawyer shit.
You gonna be mad about that? We damn near need to talk about that shit on the show.
What?
She-Hulk.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it on the show.
Just because you do need to see the last 2 episodes, but go ahead.
It's just that I'm disappointed, and I don't think I'm gonna go see Black Panther 2. As much as I want to, man, I don't like how they trying to do the tearjerker shit, capitalize off Chaz Boseman death. I understand the capitalism, that shit. I understand why you would do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I found a hidden Tupac mixtape, I would put that bitch on eBay now for $1 billion.
Are you optimistic that like others that I know, they like
that this is gonna be a good film?
No. I think it's a general consensus on that. But are you optimistic that everybody's like, yeah, this is right. This is what it's supposed to be. Sure, he becomes the Black Panther, but they about to introduce another one before the end of the movie, just because this ain't gonna sit well with niggas.
Yeah.
Like they not gonna tell us that in the previews because they trying to sell it off the woman shit.
Yeah.
And so I think everybody think that it's gonna get past again.
My prediction.
I don't think
somehow they bring Killmonger back.
He gotta become this fucking Black Panther.
I guarantee you he's going to be the post film. What is it? The little post credit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna show a Killmonger, or they're gonna introduce the mutants. That, you know what? I'm gonna take back what I said. I'm gonna go see Black Panther 2. I'm gonna go see it. I don't know when, but I'm gonna go see it. I'm
not going, but I'm gonna see it at some point.
I'll record it for
but not on purpose. Unless a nigga be like, nigga, it ain't what you thought. Then I'm not going to see that shit.
You know, we agree to disagree. Respectfully, without name calling.
What changed it?
What you mean?
Because you like, oh yeah, this is possibility. They might change. It's the end credit scene.
I want to see if they're going to introduce mutants.
You such a hopeful nigga.
Listen,
I like
nigga. I want to see the X-Men.
Put some do on
I want to see the X-Men. I want to see Wolverine. Nigga. Thank you.
No, just wait till fucking Deadpool and watch Wolverine. Did you see here they talking about Tom Hardy gonna be? I don't know if it's true.
He Venom. Who the fuck he gonna be?
They try to. I'm like, how they gonna try to make him Wolverine?
Fuck that. Right. He already Venom.
That don't mean shit. Chris.
Listen, they both Marvel.
Chris. Captain America was fucking.
But they're in the same universe though. It's all same universe. So it's like in the same timeline.
I know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah.
But I know what they doing too.
Right, did you vote today?
I sure did.
Perfect. But to your point, just to reel our way back to the same way we was originally getting to. They got mad at the supposed assimilation or the Rock being made a race that he wasn't.
Yeah, they said he didn't look like what he was supposed to be, so therefore he could not be that, and that ruined everything. That ruined everything for them.
Dang, man, what the fuck? So it's okay for identity to take place. Somebody been trying to open up bank accounts in my name. I wonder if it was somebody last name Stein, perhaps, or Cohen, trying to steal identities. We know that Kyrie is under fire for some of the most weird shit ever, sharing a link to a film titled Hebrews to Negroes. He shared the link last week, and it was on the heels of what we was talking about our last show, the Kanye debacle, where they make mention of us being the original children of the Most High, Israelite nation. People errantly refers to Black Jews. And I hate that title. That's an ignorant title for me.
It's redundant.
It's very redundant. That's like saying the wet water. But he shared a link, and he came under immense fire. There's no sense in us going to the origin story of the whole thing, because by now we are a week late, and everybody knows we're just here to give our perspective. And I don't know how much we're going to differ from anybody else as far as perspective on the matter. But first off, the book was written by Ron Dalton, and he also made a film. The book came out in 2015. The film came out 2018. When I first found out who we were, that we were children of the book, Ron Dalton was one of the first people that I came across as far as his material on who we were, or who we are actually. And he does a deep dive in his study material. I got the book. The book is a great reference book. People have issues with some of the things, like some of the unsourced materials, namely the Hitler quote about the Jews being really in America and that the Most High is mad at America for stealing his people. And they consider things like, first off, they say stuff like people who are opponents of it, who are labeling the book or the post anti-Semitic, they say that once you introduce Hitler and having an opinion about the Jewish people, that the opinion is automatically nullified, which is a fallacious argument in my mind. And what I mean by that is just that because Hitler had an alleged disdain for the Jewish people, that he can't have any kind of facts or righteous opinions about them. It's crazy to me. I was telling people, and we're not gonna harp on this, but America create the boogeyman. They tell us often who to fear, who to be mad at. Mm-hmm. In our lifetime, it was
Cookie Chris.
in our lifetime, it was Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. Previous generations, of course, it was Castro, and Castro to a point in our life, Castro, Hitler, Stalin, all these people right here, and they're always enemies of a particular ideology or regime or agenda they're trying to push. Mm-hmm. Just to bring shit plain to our people, I asked them something plainly. I say, who was worse for, and just for the lack of a better word, black people? Hitler, Adolf Hitler, or George Washington? It'll cause a pause, but instinctively it'll say Hitler. And I say, how was Hitler bad? What did he do to our people? As opposed to George Washington, who owned like property, black people, as slaves, and passed these slaves down to his kin, like the hand-me-down clothes. So the people that we raised, look up to, who schools are named after, streets, even sports teams, they're named after somebody who owned Israelites, somebody who owned our ancestors, our blood relatives.
And you change all the street names then, just like the Washington football team.
Definitely.
I mean, the Commanders.
If we're gonna do it, I mean, because if we comparing apples and oranges, whatever. So we trained to just look at Hitler like this ultimate evil motherfucker, as opposed to just sitting back and looking at what people was actually saying or doing. So when people are lambasting Kyrie Irving or talking about what he's doing wrong, they keep harping on the Hitler angle. This shit ain't hit. It didn't hit like they thought they would. Mm-hmm. Before I go any further, you have anything that you want to interject?
Not so far. You're still on the money.
So what bothers me is that
continue your tirade. No,
first off, that's exactly what it is, nigga. I need some gunshots or something. What bothers me, for me personally, it should turn me into Mr. Twitter fingers. I've been going back if I go on my Twitter right now, I got a response. Somebody over here telling me you don't know what you're talking about, you fucking Semitic moon cricket. Somebody telling me that right now. I'm going back and forth just on some simple shit. I'm not delving too deep into it, because one of the things that I try to do, what I try to be mindful of, for one, I don't get on social media no more to argue. Mm-hmm. I don't got the energy no more, because I used to overreact. And you let people control your emotions in certain instances. Now I'm on some troll shit, right? And I'm not even disrespectful in the sense of like I get in the name calling, right? Not heavy. I called some Mexican dude a bean boy the other day. I did say that. I'm a bean boy. And I meant it. But these people, they keep saying the same thing. It's so robotic. Anti-Semitic, anti-Semitism, tropes. You know what I'm saying? They not tackling the real issue of what's what.
Did you see they put like a row of white kid, Jewish kids in the front row of the game where Kyrie did horrible. He scored like 2 points. They put a row of them niggas in there with like stop anti-Semitism shirts on in the front row and shit. And like I was like, they was like, I was wondering like, some people I think wonder, did that contribute to it, or did Kyrie throw that game to save face so he could add to his apology? Like, you see, I was deeply affected by it because I scored 2 points, my nigga. So clearly, I'm not an anti-Semite. Like, I would have never went out there and beat y'all ass like y'all did us when we were slaves.
I would have scored 100.
Right. But also interesting too, the punishment that they are we talking about this?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about everything.
The punishment that they was trying to give this man for posting a link with the levels of links that niggas post
Right
is ridiculous. Like this, we talking about a movie? We talking about a movie, nigga. Like practice, nigga. Like, like for real. Like we talk about some shit. If it was some shit, they would never say nothing about this nigga posting 12 years a slave or anything color purple. Talking about this how it used to be. If he was saying some direct shit like that, they would have no problem. No problem. Because they like, oh, he black. He could speak on that. Do you think it would be the same reaction if a Jewish person posted this link?
It wouldn't have been a reaction at all. I don't think. And
like a Jew, who? First of all, that's hard. This is already like, which Jewish basketball player is the top nigga that would cause this firestorm?
Hold on. Hold on, though, because I'm just to that point. They did just have some weirdo out there. They say he was the first Orthodox Jew trying to make the trying to make the NBA. He out here hooping with a fucking yarmulke on. The shit's so fucking.
Where did it come from?
The shit's goofy.
Where did it come from, man?
Slim his goddamn door.
Where did that shit come from all of a sudden?
The shit's so fucking retarded.
Michael Sam type shit.
Definitely. It's all the thing. What it is like, what they call an anti-Semitic is simply them saying they Israelites. And we talked about it a couple weeks ago, like what happened. So I don't really want to delve into that. I mean, what happens if the truth is fully exposed. What I find humorous is, first off, I have the book.
Right.
I have the book. I looked at that film, man. I'm telling you, it's very amateur.
Mm-hmm.
It's filled with facts, but it's boring. It's not engaging to where what I mean by that is people who want to learn, they gonna like it. People who like research things like that, who enjoy boring shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was languishing in sales, I would think.
Was it like better than a YouTube video? Would their voices be like, and Kyrie, and it?
I've seen YouTube videos better.
We used to be.
I've seen YouTube videos better.
Secretly, we're Hebrews. They got that weird voice where they emphasize stupid shit.
I've seen better YouTube videos.
Okay.
This how the Most High worked. They thought they was gonna slander it, lambast to get everybody on board. The only people who just jumping on board as far as saying that the film is not good is people who don't want it to be good. What really backfired is a immense popularity. Somebody said that Ron Dalton has become a millionaire within this last week.
I was just about to bring that up, man.
Based on what they thought they was shutting some shit down. And I don't really understand the move because everybody keep going to Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Why don't you take this off? First off, what somebody else pointed out, I usually hate comparison rhetoric, but they said they got Hitler's Mein Kampf, whatever how you pronounce that shit. But it was his what they call it, his magnum opus, his memoir.
Oh, yeah.
They got the Hitler memoir on there.
Yeah.
The motherfucking the Jewish
manifesto.
Yeah, so they said, well, why it's so much shit that be considered racist on Amazon, but it's only you can only cry when it affects a certain group of people who just feeds in everything that comes about. It's just saying that he said it, like Kanye said, they run the media, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just feeding right into that. It's just proving all that right. So listen. Kyrie been suspended for 5 games. The owner of the Nets got on the internet, got on Twitter, and was saying how disappointed he was in him for sharing anti-Semitic shit. Mm-hmm. If the main question I didn't like was, I wanted somebody to say, well, what was anti-Semitic? You know what I'm saying?
They want to allow that
What
question.
exactly? Because people jumped out. Some Rolling Stones writer wrote an article and was saying the racial tropes. They never said specifically what was anti-Semitic. They said that he said something, he quoted Hitler, he said something about the Holocaust didn't exist or millions of people didn't die. I don't believe millions of people died. I got my various beliefs about it. I've studied things over history, over a course of time. I don't say history like I've been delving into it 20 years.
Okay,
But
Methuselah.
yeah, that's what they call me, Big M.
All right.
But it's like so many, you can't everybody says, man, one of the most powerful quotes that I've heard in regards to something like this is whoever you can't, and I'm paraphrasing it, but find out who you can't criticize. That's who's running the show. And in this particular instance, they just fucking jumped out. When he said what he said, he got suspended. We seen Kanye go through the same thing. He went from a billionaire to a 400 millionaire. They closed his school down. They threatened to take his children away.
This nigga didn't even utter no words.
He shared a link. But this is, they know, and we talked about it last time, they know that what it entails. Because it's so much the lies. If the lies get unraveled, man, the whole system comes crashing down. But again, we talk about how they can't stop the truth. So Kyrie's been suspended for 5 games, and they boying the fuck out of him. The ADL, Anti-Defamation League, a Jewish-based league, they like a bully organization. They extort him. And his first initial response is apology, which he said he gave $500,000. He said he had to pay $500,000.
Yeah.
They interviewed him after a practice, and he said they wanted him to talk condemn the movie. He said that he don't agree with everything in the movie. I know there's other Israelites who don't believe everything in the film.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's all about if I believe it, I don't believe it. But they're not. Everybody's in agreement that we are the people of the book. Everyone, as far as the people who fuck with it, it's a consensus. That the book, it's true. It's history that's documented. They can't refute. You know what I'm saying? When people say, "Well, prove that you're an Israelite," you can ask them prove you are. They have no proof outside of we write history and we say we are.
I think it's interesting too about the shit that he got to do, the 6 requirements.
And I was definitely gonna get to that.
Oh, you was already on it.
I'm about to let you go ahead. Let me.
You want me to go through it first and then?
These are the stipulations for Kyrie to be
Right.
reinstituted. And first off, he was suspended 5 games, and this is when you find out just how powerful this cabal is. Because they had every single pundit on TV calling fools, idiots, Shaq, Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, LeBron whole ass, they all came for his neck, calling him idiots and things like that. And Kyrie is a profound thinker. Whether you agree with or like a lot of things he do, you know he puts thought in the things that he's talking about. And I'm gonna share a video with you later on and stuff that somebody shared on YouTube where he shows his depth of insight. Where I don't feel like he's right in everything he do. I don't feel like I'm right in everything I do.
But he can explain it though, for sure.
I think we just on a path of learning. And when you learn what it is when you self-taught in the context of we get programmed by this system. So everything in this system that we learn, they tell us is right.
Right or wrong. Yep.
They tell us that everything in this system is right. So once it starts feeling fucked up with your spirit, you get on your own path. If you blessed, the Most High directing that path. Whatever path you end up on, man, you start trying to figure things out on your own. You buck it against your natural teachings, you know what I'm saying? Or your teachings and your natural self start trying to manifest or push out. And so you'll keep learning and shit. And along the way, you're going to learn some fucked up shit. Yeah. You're going to double back, recant, recalibrate, but you keep going. So in that process of growth, man, you might stumble. But that's how it is when you're on the path of truth. So
you gotta discern.
They try to castigate him. They like when they talk about him not taking the vaccine, which he was suspended. He couldn't play home games. They didn't want him. They said he missed out on a gang of money. I don't remember the exact number, but just recently, a judge in New York said that everybody who got fired from their jobs because of the COVID shit for not taking the vaccine had to be reinstated in their jobs, and they had to get back pay because it was unconstitutional, and you couldn't just institute rules on the way as it goes with your feelings. So he was vindicated in that sense.
Yeah, nobody even talking about that shit now.
They're not talking about it. and he was posting about, I told you I was right. You know what I'm saying? He telling me, I told you I was right. So they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about how people was getting sick after getting it, you know, the booster shit, but they want to bring up he didn't take the vaccine. Because what they do, they try to sully your character. They say he didn't take the vaccine, and then they say, and he believes Earth is flat. That was his caveat, nigga. They said, and he believes Earth is flat. So what they do, they try to wish the vaccine is bad and the Earth is very flat. But they try to push this public perception on you as you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
He's a loose cannon. Like he fucking lethal weapon.
But as I said last time, man, once the Most High move, you can't stop what's happening. So they said that you can come back, but first we got to finish fucking you in front of everybody. And what was these sex stipulations that he has to take part in order to be reestablished in the National Basketball Association code?
Nigger Basketball Association. Apologize and condemn the film he promoted, quote unquote, the link he posted.
Make promotion did not take place.
Right. Make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. So it don't even say specifically to Jewish hate causes, but I'm assuming that's what it is. Then it says complete sensitivity training. This CBS. Then it says complete anti-Semitism training. Then it says meet with the ADL and Jewish leaders. Then it says meet with team owner Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding of the situation. So I really just thought it was interesting because I'm like, he got to do sensitivity training and anti-Semitism training. What's the difference? And then he got to meet with the ADL and Jewish. So do he got and Jewish leaders? So this nigga got to do a Jewish ACT, SAT before he could go back to the NBA.
Goddamn scavenger hunt,
nigga. I'm like, what? And so like Jaylen Brown and them, now they fighting a little bit for Kyrie. Talking about this punishment don't match this shit. Like, nigga, like, yeah, he said some shit, but nigga, we all know this nigga's not anti-Semitic.
Right.
We know this nigga not anti-Semitic. And then another fun fact, like, so nigga, I think you gotta know how ridiculous this shit is, man, because they had fucking 2 former NBA players, a news broadcast, sports broadcaster, and a fucking rabbi on fucking ESPN try to talk this shit out. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck this rabbi got to do with anything? Like, this is insane.
And that's to my point, which I titled this show, The $1 Million Overseers. And I won't act like I'm the originator of this thought. Shout out to Michael Delano, the author of The $40 Million Slave, a book he wrote. And I was watching a video, and he said that it's crazy that today $40 billion athletes, and that's really a miniature number compared to what they're actually making, have $1 million overseers. And if we understand the dynamics of plantations, what they would do, they would have people who, the owner, the so-called master of the plantation, wouldn't just sit there day to day and watch what's going on. He would delegate people to oversee, whether it be other poor white trash or other slaves, other Israelites who were in slavery, to watch over the plantation. They would have more power over a gang of, you know what I'm saying, slaves. I'm going to say slaves because it's for the sake of this conversation. It'd be one person who controlling 40 people. So in the context of this, a pundit, say a Stephen A. Smith, who don't have as much talent as a Kyrie Irving, but he writes narratives. He's on the script. He has media backing to where this overseer mentality, the Charles Barkley's, the Shaquille O'Neal's, they had James Brown from CBS on the football talking about,
why would you bite the hand that feeds you, Kyrie?
The hand that feeds us. So what it is, they have more power and they get to dictate. People who have no talent, it's just people who write and shit, and they control the fucking narrative. And they can tell everybody, they can tell you you're anti-Semitic. There's no context to what they saying. That none of them have read the book or watched the film. They don't understand. And for one, the biggest thing out of this is for us. It's a win for us because a lot of people not understanding. Just I was blessed by the Most High to have my eyes and heart open within like last 6 years to find out just exactly who we were, our history, and we more than slaves. We are fucking high class of people and stuff in a low class society due to our disobedience and covenant breaking. We have a story, a narrative. We can tell exactly how we ended up here. If you ask a Jewish person, well, how you know you're Jewish, he say, because my mother told me, because I was told. So they don't have any, if we just go surface level, they don't have any stronger claim than we do, except they have media backing, they have nations backing them. They wasn't put, in 1948, they wasn't put in Palestine by the hand of the Most High. They was put there by way of the Balfour Declaration. A declaration and shit, which was a behind-the-scenes deal between Great Britain and the Rothschilds and other Jewish financiers. My point is that they wasn't put there righteously. The thing with that is that I told you a minute ago who we was, right? And I told a lot of people and stuff, and I wasn't some kind of beacon or the founder of this ideology or this thought or this truth. It was other people who knew way before me, centuries before I knew.
So,
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, no, niggas that took me to a church and they were saying, I was like, this the same Bible.
Yeah.
But they keep saying, we Hebrew.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But it's the same Bible though, so it ain't wrong.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, when you meet motherfuckers when your brain is mentally more formulated, because I was in high school.
So you can accept it better.
Yeah, I'm like,
and so you get different signs and shit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like it didn't go how they thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, not this time, Gadget.
This ain't
Next
going
time,
how
Gadget.
they thought it was gonna go. So now people are aware. People are more aware now that now they gotta pay attention.
Now y'all damn near finna have to explain.
Because now now it's people who don't have a horse in the race. They're like, why? What do you do to make these niggas so mad?
Exactly. Now you finna have to explain.
Why are y'all this mad right here? So again, I said the Kanye shit last time. It's gonna be a false flag. There's some shit about to happen to them motherfuckers. They gonna blame us, and it's gonna be to try to propagate or push a certain agenda.
Anti-Semitic attacks. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where they go from here. Me personally, if I was Kyrie, I'd retire. I'll quit. I'm not Kyrie. I don't have Kyrie's bills. I don't have Kyrie's financial obligations. I don't have Kyrie's children. Whatever decision Kyrie makes, I'm sure he's going to make the decision that's best for himself. If he goes through that laundry list of shit and do them all, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's his business. I feel bad for him because I don't think he posted the link to end up in this situation. But when that spotlight on you, man, you got to walk off that stage. You got to dance.
I know them niggas was looking at Russell Westbrook like, at least his muscle face ass didn't say no anti-Semitic shit.
Russell definitely on his last contract, last meaningful. And I don't think Kyrie can get signed anywhere else. I don't know.
After this?
Yeah. But
shit.
It all depends on how complicit he is in this backing down.
LeBron will take him, and he gonna be great. He gonna do
fuck LeBron.
Hold on. Yeah, it could be fuck LeBron, but he got media power, and so he could spend.
LeBron got media power.
Yeah,
LeBron ain't got no power.
That nigga has a perception in the media that he kind of clean. He's squeaky clean. So if anybody come and if LeBron say, man, Kyrie was just bullshitting, they gonna be like, oh, okay, LeBron, that's what I mean.
2012, 13, 14, LeBron. Not to watch that LeBron.
And for the sake of for the sake of justifying this nigga being on his team, he gonna be like, man, that was just some bullshit, man. Kyrie.
When you think back to it though, and you see how LeBron and Kyrie had conflicts,
yeah,
and everybody thought it was some basketball shit. I know Kyrie feels he's way more intelligent than LeBron.
It's just
he feels he's more autonomous. He thinks that he's a self-thinker, which LeBron
it might be
I think LeBron a self thinker. It's just that LeBron, I believe he's a selfish person. He has his own ambitions, which he has a right to that. But when he criticized him and he tried to push himself on a pedestal. Talking about that's why I took the shop down.
It's a game.
About the one with Kanye. Mm-hmm. So he trying to see I was ahead of it. See, I was already
playing the game.
Semitic. I was already pro-Semitic. I took the Kanye shit down. So
because he learned from damn near getting in some fuck shit with that China shit.
He holding hands with the fucking Jewish motherfucking shit. Do you see that? I seen that too.
Who?
LeBron walking holding that motherfucking hand. He look like a fucking boy. He look like a boy.
Boy.
But I don't like these niggas. I won't pretend to like these niggas. I had to recalibrate my own shit. Work. I'm not arguing explaining shit to nobody. I explain this shit to our people because that's the only people who I feel commissioned to talk to. Everybody else seem real disrespectful and disregardful. So what I keep saying is a big homie coming. Big homie coming. Yahuwah gonna send the shooter. Yahuwah gonna send a redeemer. And all this shit getting wiped out. That's how come we always about that voting shit. These niggas out here running around appealing to their oppressors. Mm-hmm. You out here voting in the system that don't give a shit about you. I don't care about none of this shit. Thing is that whatever gonna happen.
Yeah, people just have to feel like they ain't got no control. That's what that is.
They don't even feel like care about not having control. They want to feel like somebody control it for them.
Yeah, they like I contributed. These niggas is literally it's shake and bake, and I helped. Nigga, you ain't do shit. That shit came like that. You just put it on top.
Right. Air fryer ass.
Basically.
But before we do get up off here, what you say? I say air fryer me. I'm a professional. Hey, I ain't had nothing in my refrigerator. I swear I went there and got that bag of French fries. I air fried 7 French fries. That was about 12.
Oh, baby.
I ate them real slow.
With a fork.
And I drank 2 bottles of water. I drank 1 bottle before and then 1 halfway through. And I still wasn't full. But what's gonna happen. They can't stop it.
Can't stop it.
Can't nobody stop what's coming. We did have something else that broached upon something. I really didn't want to talk about this too much because the 2 things I don't care about rappers no more.
You can't.
And it's crazy because the shit's so minuscule. Like it's a small thing, and no disrespect on a personal level to the young man Takeoff. I don't even know his real name. I don't even really want to call that nigga Takeoff, but no disrespect to him, his family, or his friends, but it's hard to care anymore. Because when you in this, how come I said I didn't go to Fusion? Because when you in certain environments and shit, man, and everybody entitled to have a good time. You don't wish these things on people, but you got to be aware of your situation. You got to be aware of what spirits you around.
And probability, my nigga.
High probability. And you would be niggas call themselves mom, so you got to be ready.
Right.
But my thing is this, that you always have to be aware of the spirits around you. Just because if you have a righteous spirit, it don't mean that if you go amongst unrighteous people, and I don't know what was going on. This is just me giving a generalization. That you will be safe from them, especially if you're not forced into this particular situation. You hear? And I don't imagine what kind of debauchery y'all was into at the bowling alley. We know it goes down to the bowling alley. I'm being facetious. But my thing is this. The most important spirit that you can have is the spirit of discernment. The ability to identify what's going on. Foresight and wisdom. I don't know exactly what happened in this situation. He was shot in his head. They said he was killed. He was young. He was a young fella. Seemingly had his whole life ahead of him. Riches, fame, all that shit don't mean nothing when it's time to go. People circulating videos just to further show what time we in. I promise you I did not watch the video. I don't watch these kind of videos. I try not to even watch fight videos no more. I might see somebody get slapped in some shit.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't watch.
But it's not something I go look for.
No, I watch some slap videos though.
I don't look for them. Like, if I see them, I see them.
No,
But this is what I was sitting around thinking about the other day. I said, we
Good stuff.
really in a society where people, and I'm guilty of this. Like, I watch movies and shit that got violence in them.
Mhm.
And I said, damn, like, how in the fuck did debauchery become so marketable? Like, it's people circulating the video and shit like it's not human beings involved. You know what I'm saying? I can't cry for rappers. I can't cry for strangers. I was sitting around thinking like, this world going crazy, talking about take off this, take off that. And I said, my brother passed away in 2014. I'm still sad.
Right.
I ain't got no tears for these strange niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
And my mom, my brother, he passed away and he shouldn't have.
Right.
And my mom. So he wasn't out here shooting. I mean, not trying
That's
to compare, but man, these niggas strangers. You know what I'm saying? We make our beds, we live in them.
I always
reap
think,
what you sow.
I've always thought that was weird to make posts about people that they didn't, like famous people that you didn't know and shit. Like happy birthday or rest in peace.
Shout out Tupac.
I'm like, I just didn't. I've always thought that was weird. So yeah, to kind of piggyback on that, I don't understand.
Shout out Tupac.
Oh my god!
But it's a sad situation. I don't know what's gonna come of it. They said the funeral gonna be at the place where the Hawks play. They said that Jay Prince shouldn't show up. Jay Prince from Rapper Lot fame. They said that his son is complicit in what I don't know the details. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about the shit that I have seen or do know. It's sad. But it's sad because it's just a young black man. It's not sad to me because he's a famous rapper. Niggas out here just dying at a fucking rambunctious rate and nobody's caring and shit unless you have a record deal. Mm-hmm. So, and then everybody get fucking philosophical when the shit happen. Man, I'm tired. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this anti-Semitism. It's Semitic crime is getting out of fucking control. And nobody shitty about it.
That shit just weird too. Is like, how's everybody trying to figure out who it is when everybody took their camera out when the shit happened? There was no question. It was just like, when? You know what I'm saying? Like, when we get the phone that has the nigga's face on it.
That shit crazy.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
everything, man.
But yeah, unfortunately, nonetheless, once again,
it's very indicative on what the times we in, man. And
nigga, your life is valued in likes, measured in likes, nigga.
Definitely. That's like I tell people, man, you gotta be worried about what's immediately around you. That's what you can control. Your environment.
And your underwear. Like your mom tell you when you're little. Make sure you got clean underwear because you never know what's going on.
If you can wear any. No. But again, though, it's more to come. Like I said, this shit right here, man, for it to get good, it gotta get bad.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say in closing?
Nah, man, just make sure we checking out TCK Podcast every Tuesday, my niggas. We appreciate y'all coming back. Make sure you follow me at GoJasonR on all social media. About to start back doing shows. So that's what's coming up from me. Yeah, that's it, niggas.
That's all that matters. Another fantastic episode of the best podcast you never heard of, the Conceited Knowbody, episode 219. We will catch you on 220.
Moon crickets.
Jigaboos.
Jigga what?
Jigaboos.